Welcome everyone to our FTech webinar. I am Odelia Toledano. I manage the business development activities for the US desk and the International FTech Program and Israel Innovation Authority. I would like to present and to introduce the agenda that we will have today. We will start with opening remarks, followed by an introduction to the FTech program. Then our partners, Jefferson, Hartford, Allegheny Health Network, and Takeda, will share what they are looking for in collaborations and the support that they can offer. Next, you will get tips on how to build successful collaborations with healthcare institutions and guidance on submitting your proposal. And then we will conclude the webinar with a Q&A session where we will address your questions. Please notice that the chat session is closed, so you will have to address your question in the Q&A section. Let's begin with opening remarks from Shlomi Kaufman, Vice President of the International Division at the Israel Innovation Authority. Please, Shlomi.
Thank you, Odelia, and good afternoon in Israel, good morning in the US and wherever you are. And thank you for taking the time and joining us today for this webinar, talk about the Healthcare Collaboration Program. This will be presented to you today and has already fantastic record of success in the past. And we at the Israel Innovation Authority established this program to support the mission of supporting the health tech industry by connecting health tech companies with leading global partners. And through this program, we facilitate pilot projects allowing Israeli companies to validate their technologies in real clinical environment and accelerate their global expansion. In this context, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to our esteemed partners who are participating today: Hartford HealthCare, Jefferson Health, Allegheny Health Network, and Takeda. Your collaboration and commitment are invaluable in supporting Israeli innovation and advancing global healthcare solutions. Beyond this specific program that you will hear later today, our mission at the Israel Innovation Authority is to empower Israeli companies to access strategic markets and advance technological breakthroughs that address the global healthcare challenges. For this purpose, we provide Israeli companies with direct access to critical information, to key stakeholders, and to funding opportunities from some of the most influential organizations in the healthcare and innovation ecosystem, including MTC, ARPA-H, BARDA, and other leading healthcare institutions worldwide. By bridging the gap between Israeli innovation and global healthcare leaders, we aim to drive impactful collaborations that improve patient outcomes and transform healthcare system globally. And by providing funding, guidance, and access to key stakeholders, we aim to accelerate the development and implementation of the cutting-edge solutions that improve patients' outcome. We're excited today to provide this platform to you to help you to connect with our partners, understand their needs, offer your solutions and your unique technologies, and explore collaboration opportunities. Again, I want to thank you for taking the time, and I want to thank the team of the Israel Innovation Authority, the dedicated team, Odelia, and others who worked tirelessly to make today's event successful. Thank you so much, and I wish all of you good luck in this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Shlomi, for the introduction. Now I would like to explain what the program offers to Israeli companies. The International FTech program connects Israeli FTech companies with top healthcare institutions and global corporations. And the purpose of the program is to drive innovation in healthcare by supporting pilot projects between Israeli companies and key players in the industry. So what the Israeli companies can gain from this program, they can benefit from direct access to leading healthcare institutions for testing and implementation, since we already create the first connection and the first introduction with them. Financial support from the Israel Innovation Authority in the form of a grant, and strategic mentorship and networking with doctors, clinicians, and innovation teams through the in-kind support of the international partners. And of course, the Israeli companies can benefit from an opportunity to global expansions. So our partners are Jefferson Hospital, Hartford Hospital, Allegheny Health Network, and Takeda. and you can find the specific areas of interest of each partner and the support that they can provide in the guidelines that are in the call for proposal. In terms of what we are looking for, we aim to support projects that demonstrate technological innovation and scalability and that answer the need of the partners. So Israeli companies that are interested in applying should align their proposal and their projects with the needs of our partners, with what they are looking for. And you will now hear directly from them about their areas of interest and collaboration opportunities. So now I would like to welcome Dr. Jeff Cohen, Jeff Physician Executive for Innovation at Allegheny Health Network. Please, Jeff.
Okay, thank you. Good morning and good afternoon to those of you in Israel. This is our first time in this program, and I'm here to introduce Allegheny Health Network and Highmark to you as a potential partner in your development. We are very much interested in innovation, and we look at innovation as a change agent for healthcare across the world, specifically in the United States. And fundamentally, we're looking for translational innovation, innovation that solves clinical problems. A little bit about what we do. Allegheny Health Network and Highmark represent the second largest integrated health system right behind Kaiser in the United States. The delivery arm, provider arm is called Allegheny Health Network. The financing arm is called Highmark Health. So we not only take care of patients and have a $5 billion budget, 14 hospitals, but we also have a financing system in the United States called Highmark Health. The two together are rather large and cover the entire gamut of what needs to be done. I'm focusing primarily on the clinical side of solving clinical problems in that we have multiple institutes that are looking for developments that are unique in making patients' journeys better, cheaper, and faster. A little bit more about Allegheny Health Network. We're a $5 billion delivery system, and together with Highmark, we represent about $30 billion of revenue each year. In terms of facilities, we have basically whatever facilities that are needed. We have a vivarium, we have clinical research labs, but once again, we're more focused on later stage companies that have already gone through a minimal viable product and may have market entry into Israel or elsewhere that are looking to expand the United States, and we can adapt to get into the American healthcare system. To date, we have started our own incubator called Alpha Lab Health for startup companies. And we've taken 30 companies in the last 5 years. The two of the companies of the 30 actually emanated from Israel, and I think one of them started with the IIA, which led us to create our partnership with the IIA. So more importantly is that we could provide connections in multiple places that you'll need to be able to develop to be successful in the United States market. Number one is our mentors are actual clinicians who have the problems every day. So any companies that we would take, we would couple up with the people who are actually having the problems and can also talk about not just the clinical delivery, but also about the financing mechanisms in the United States. We find that these are quite difficult for other people to understand unless you live in it. And in the companies that we've brought here, we've identified that it takes a period of time to acculturate to the American healthcare system. It's not as simple as just go to the hospital and sell a product. It's a much more convoluted system that's taken many years to get that way. But in doing that, we represent the group that pays for it as well as the person that has the clinical need. The facilities are available in Pittsburgh, and you'll find that we have a rather substantial educational system here where if you need to access local talent, it's readily available. Part of our connections are also part of the United Jewish Federation's program to bring Israeli innovation into Western Pennsylvania. And we participate with the 412 by 972 program by Gal Inbar. We've been working together for 5 years and have experience in how do we bring companies from Israel to the United States. We worked with one of the other groups called Tikamola Makers, and we focus our innovation in different areas. We have another one right now, Derm AB, that came out of the IIA. So I don't want to go much further than my 10 minutes, but we're welcome to we're a welcoming point to get into the United States healthcare market. We have all the facilities that are needed. We have the connections with financing. We have an incubator that accepts companies independent of this relationship and actually finances earlier stage companies. And we welcome anybody that was interested to contact us. So I'll stop there. Odetta, anything else I should be covering?
I think that you cover what's needed for now. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. And now I'd like to welcome Dr. Barry Stein, VP and Chief Clinical Innovation Officer at Hartford HealthCare. Please, Barry.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity. Just want to pull up my slides. Take 2 seconds. So much like we just heard, Hartford HealthCare mirrors very much what was offered. And the outline of my talk is the following. I want to talk about who Hartford HealthCare is, what our goals are from an innovation standpoint, and how we structured to accelerate transformation and innovation. And just before I start, I want to thank the IIA. We've been involved with the IIA for a good 5 years. It's a wonderful program. We're looking forward to continuing our partnership, not only with the Israeli startups, but the other health systems that are involved. So who is Hartford HealthCare? Fundamentally, we have a vision for being the most trusted for personalized and coordinated care. And it's an easy thing to say, but a very difficult thing to achieve. And we're going to need a lot of innovation to help us decrease the friction to access that kind of care. Also want to mention that in Hartford HealthCare was named as one of the most innovative companies, top 300 companies in the United States across all sectors, not just healthcare, to give you a sense of how our DNA is so equipped to really transform. Hartford HealthCare is the largest integrated healthcare delivery system in the state of Connecticut. It's between New York, 90 minutes from New York City and 90 minutes from Boston. We have over 42,000 employees and colleagues. We are now a $7 billion operating company, and we have over 500 locations, really taking care of any kind of care from birth to sort of death. We developed an ecosystem, a clinical ecosystem over the last decade and a bit. And I don't want anybody to sort of read these, but in the middle over here, we've got all our different specialties. And next to them, across the side here, we partner with a lot of startups to help us be the best in delivering this care. We also have 7 different clinical institutes, which are important to accelerate innovation. We have a cancer institute, a neuroscience institute, heart and vascular, a behavioral health, mental health network, the largest in the Northeast. We have 2 orthopedic institutes. We have a digestive health institute, and we have a kidney and urology institute. And these institutes have multiple different clinicians, multiple different subspecialties. And that's where a lot of the mentorship for the startups come from. But quality and safety is our North Star, and Hartford HealthCare is one of only 3 healthcare systems that had 7 A's. A's for every single one of our acute care facilities in 2023 and again this year. But we also have the #1 cardiac program in the country and one of the best transplant programs in the country. So what are our goals? Our goals are to create an efficient, frictionless healthcare innovation ecosystem to accelerate solutions to market. We want to attract and retain the world's best entrepreneurs. We want to create and enhance an alternative revenue source, and we want to be an economic driver for the state of Connecticut as well as the city of Hartford. And these are the 4 areas that we focus on. A squared, E squared. Any startup that is helping us move the needle on improving healthcare access or affordability, equity, or excellence, quality and safety, we are interested in supporting. We understand that startups are an imperative to help us achieve this faster than anybody else and better than anybody else. So those are the 4 areas of focus that we entertain. We also understand that technology alone, as was said before, is not good enough. There's a whole lot of different dimensions that occur to be able to penetrate a healthcare system, to sustain success in a healthcare system, and to scale across the country, to be able to sort of leverage the opportunity for technology to drive transformation. And at Hartford HealthCare, we have a strategy, a very disciplined strategy around that, and every startup will enjoy this particular capability. The first of which is we have developed an intentional multi-stakeholder model, very much like the MIT model, where we've got academic and clinical partners, we have government partners, we have corporate partners, risk capital partners. We have a very, very large partnership with MIT. And we've also developed our Center for AI Innovation in Healthcare, and I'll talk about that in a minute as to the importance of that for any startup. And we believe this ecosystem is highly differentiated, a density of stakeholders that will allow us to accelerate any startup rather than potentially going down the valley of death. Just briefly, the way we structure from a venture standpoint, we are limited partnered in multiple venture funds. We directly invest in startups that we've de-risked, and we develop milestone equity with our startups. Now, every startup goes through our portal, and just go to HHC Innovation and submit your proposal. That goes through a very disciplined process. Every one of our partners and our startup partners has the full support of our innovation governance team, which includes our chief clinical officer, financial officer, strategy and transformation officer, operating officer, digital officer, the innovation officer, as well as legal counsel. So you can see once we have a collaboration with any startup, you have the full heft of our organization that is behind you. But the first of which is we need to develop milestones that are important to you, as well as our clinical or operational colleagues. And then we get into our economic alignment, where we sort of understand the fair market value of what's been given, as well as if we achieve those milestones, an exchange of equity or royalty or something like that. We have multiple opportunities for education and communication for our clinicians around how innovation works, and this is just one of them. And we have a very disciplined process on how we implement innovation into our organization, understanding that you can't just do a full-fledged deployment in co-development. We really use the innovation loop where we do it in small scale, we learn quickly, and then scale accordingly. And just lastly, over the last 10 years, we have a very deep and significant partnership with MIT, the Dean of Analytics at MIT, as well as the Vice Provost. We have about 20 PhD students on our campus doing a lot of research, basically taking bench AI to bedside. And we've developed 6 core capabilities, the first of which is understanding we can't do this alone. So we have an ecosystem of world-class partners in the AI space, MIT, Oxford, Google, Amazon, as well as a whole lot of startups, world's best startups that are AI enabled. Number 2, it is an imperative to have data or research or proof that your solution works to be able to get adoption in the healthcare system in the United States. So we have a lot of research related to this. We have a strong governance process. We understand that we need to protect our patients from the unintended consequences of poorly implemented AI. We have a very strong education program to equip our organization, to upskill them, to help them understand how to leverage the power of AI. We have a very, very distinct way of integrating AI into our clinical practice so that it can scale rapidly and safely in a sustainable way. And then we've built a data layer understanding to do all this research and development with not only the best academic partners in the world, but the best AI partners in the world and startups. We have a platform that's housed in the Google Cloud, where we are able to develop models, iterate along the models, and then integrate the output into our Epic electronic health record system. So we welcome any startup that is focused on improving access, improving affordability, improving equity in healthcare, as well as excellence, quality, and safety, that is looking for an ecosystem with everything, soup to nuts, birth to grave, multiple different institutes, hundreds of different mentors, not only clinically, but operationally in finance, in legal, in supply chain, in IT, that want to be co-developing a product and accelerating their penetration within the healthcare system in the United States. So we look forward to any interested and aligned startups to come through our web portal as we showed, and looking forward to meeting all of you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Barry, for this very detailed overview. Now I would like to welcome Orna Ben Baruch, Director and Head of Market Access and External Affairs at Takeda Israel. Please, Orna.
Thank you, Adelia, and thank you, the Israel Innovation Authority, for the opportunity to share Takeda and to present Takeda Pharmaceutical. Just a minute, I will share my screen. Please let me know if you can see the screen.
We can see it.
You can see. Okay, thank you so much. So good afternoon and good morning to the colleagues in US. For everyone, I'm Orna Ben Baruch. I am presenting Takeda Pharmaceutical, and I'm part of the Takeda Israel affiliate. Takeda Pharmaceutical is a global biopharmaceutical company which supporting patients for more than 243 years. It's a Japanese with Japanese heritage company, and our president and CEO, Christoph Weber, always say that at Takeda, patient come first. And we also believe that focus and the focus in trust, reputation, and business at that order. And this is, and I can guarantee, this is the way we in Takeda taking our decision, and really this is the mindset of the company globally. So Takeda actually funded in 1781 in Osaka, Japan by Chobi Takeda, by the way. He was pharmacist and he produced herbal medicine. Afterwards, of course, they become a family company, become the biggest pharmaceutical company in Asia, and then in Japan first, and then in Asia. Currently, the global headquarters are in Tokyo, Japan, and we have a science global hub, of course, in Cambridge, 2 research sites in, of course, also in Boston, more than 25 manufacturers around the world. Takeda have around 50,000 employees around the globe in 80 countries and regions. And actually, as we are a Japanese company, of course, we are working in fiscal years, I mean from April to March. So in fiscal year of 23, Takeda achieved a revenue of $28.2 billion. 51% of them come from the US market. And us, by the way, Takeda Israel is a part of the Europe-Canada region. We report to them, and we delivered, as part of the region, 23% of the revenue. Takeda Israel, by the way, was established 11 years ago here in Putach by Aryeh Kremer, which is the general manager, myself as leading the market access and external affairs department, and my colleague that now she's in the line, my dear colleague Natalie Shapira. She's running the strategy operation in Takeda, responsible also for innovative initiative. So we are here and we are waiting, and again, thank you to the IIA for the next partnership in order to deliver our solution for the benefit of patients and health system in Israel and around the globe. Takeda started, as I mentioned, as a family pharmaceutical company. However, something like 25, 30 years ago, after a few acquisitions that she done, they become more focused in a specialty care area. And you can see here in the slide the 6 pillars that Takeda explore, invest in. We have investment in fiscal year 23, more than $4.8 billion in R&D, and in partnership also external, the pharmaceutical arena, I mean with academia, with biotech company. So we are focused and have established treatment in rare and ultra-rare disease, delivering treatment for patients with Gaucher disease, with hereditary angioedema, Fabry, Hunter, which is quite ultra-rare disease. And also we expected to have more treatment for chronic CTPP and another rare and ultra-rare disease. We also have advanced biologic therapy in IBD, and expect to have in the near future pipeline also for celiac, also for liver disease and immunology, and I will elaborate in a minute about it. Takeda have also established treatment in oncology, in solid tumor treatment for lung disease and for metastatic colorectal cancer, also in hemato-oncology treatment like in Hodgkin's lymphoma, myeloma, near future going to deliver treatment in myelofibrosis and in MDS. We have treatment for ADHD, expected to have also for Parkinson and narcolepsy, it's sleeping disorders. Last year, we launched a new vaccine for dengue fever around the world, and Takeda actually is one of 3 biggest global company which deliver plasma-derived therapy. It's a very unique one. We actually, as a company, have a site that collecting plasma, mainly, by the way, in the US, deliver it to other market in the world. So we collect the plasma and have a very complex and very long, by the way, production journey until we have a shelf product to treat patients in all kinds of diseases, all kinds of conditions, like immunoglobulin, like albumin, and also treatment for hemophilia. So as I mentioned, as a company, we are looking to collaborate with startup company in order to provide a solution for the benefit of patients and benefit of health care system around the world. As we are expecting to have a new treatment in immunology, like I mentioned, especially the first indication of this new molecule going to be psoriasis, we are keen to find a good solution with a partner in order to ease this patient's life. And if I will elaborate, I mean, we are looking for startup that can or could deliver a digital tool or some solution for patients, psoriatic patients who need to manage their disease. It's a chronic, quite hard disease, and a solution or digital tool that can be assist to physician to have maybe early diagnosis for psoriasis, maybe manage the disease for their patient, making decision tool. You know, this is a disease with a lot of treatment. So to know how you can choose the right treatment to the right patient, so become a physician that can deliver more personalized medicine with a tool that's based on AI or big data. This is kind of solution that the health system are really keen to have, and we would like to support this and to collaborate with a partner in order to deliver this. Takeda may provide in this partnership in-kind services, expertise, facilities that we can provide to have some matching between the startup project and the right clinician, or even explore potential partnership with HMOs. I mean, not just here in Israel, of course, we know the payers, we know the system. However, also connect the dots with our colleagues in the global biopharmaceutical company in Takeda, in the US, in Europe, in all kinds of countries that would like to also to deliver or to provide this solution. We can have arrangement on first meeting of the startup, introduction, possible PI. We can support with the contract preparation and all the needed adjustment. We can also preparing a cost overview and support the study planning with the specific PI, and of course management or support the management of the health tech program milestone. So all this kind of in-kind services can be delivered and partner with the specific startup. Together we can partner and, you know, deliver the next generation or the innovative tool for the benefit of the patient, for the benefit of the different health system around the world. So thank you again for the opportunity. And I'm looking forward and quite curious actually to hear from the startup to see what they have in their innovative mindset. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rona, for your introduction. Now I would like to welcome Dr. Zvi Grunwald, Director of the Jefferson Israel Center and Professor at Thomas Jefferson University, Jefferson Health.
My name is Zvika Grunwald. I am from Thomas Jefferson University in Philadelphia. It is a pleasure to introduce you to my colleagues, Professor Adam Dicker, Professor Jeffrey Joseph, and Professor Mark Torgman. As you can see at the bottom, our vision, we improve lives. On April 8, 2022, the Israel astronaut Eitan Steve was launched to space, where he conducted scientific experiments on board the International Space Station. 35 groundbreaking scientific projects were conducted by Eitan. 3 projects belong to scientists from Thomas Jefferson University, collaborating with colleagues, physician scientists at Sheba Medical Center. If you know, Sheba is the 8th best hospital in the world. So we are. From conducting space research back to the ground, Jefferson is one of top 15 nationally ranked care delivery systems integrated with the university. The total annual revenue of Jefferson system is almost $15 billion. We have 32 hospitals in our network, more than 65,000 employees, close to 8,000 physicians, and 10,000 nurses. On the university side, we own more than 1,000 patents for new drugs, software, innovations, medical devices, and diagnostic tools. Many of our specialties rank at the top level nationally. To name a few, the Wills Eye Institute, Rotman Orthopedics, ENT, Afos and Geron, the Institute of Neuroscience, Neurosurgery, Neurology, our Jefferson Health Sidney Kimmel Comprehensive Cancer Center is also very highly rational and nationally ranked, and the Jefferson Artificial Pancreas Center. Jefferson has a rich history of collaboration with Israel. Our teams are working with colleagues at the Weizmann Institute, universities, Bezalel, Shenkar, and leading medical center, especially, as I mentioned, Sheba Medical Center, and the Israel Institute for Biological Research. The neuroscience centers at Jefferson in Philadelphia and Gemelli Hospital in Rome, Italy, expanded their network to include the Neuroscience Center at Sheba Medical Center on September 2022. We were the first to launch a pilot program with the Israel Innovation Authority in 2018. After the initial success, we proposed to extend the collaboration opportunities to other leading major healthcare institutions, and it is gratifying to see them here today. Our physicians and scientists are working closely on a regular basis with startup companies in Israel. One of them is Art Medical. Art Medical is an example to a successful and productive collaboration. Art Medical received a grant from the Israel Innovation Authority in 2020. We tested their prototype at our neurological surgery ICU in downtown Philadelphia. Today, the company has a commercial product aimed to help the sickest patient in a hospital living in the critical care unit, those who are unconscious, mechanically ventilated, and parenterally fed. In a recent study conducted at Rabin Medical Center in Israel, Professor Pierre Zinger demonstrated that patients using the Art Medical technology were ventilated for 3 days less than patients using the conventional modalities, and the patient left the intensive care unit 3 days earlier. This is a very significant good outcome. So what we have learned from our pilot project with the Israel Innovation Authority. Important reasons for success are related to the work champions, that working both champions on a company side and on Jefferson side. Relentless communication and engagement are crucial to productive, enduring, and gratifying outcome. It is important to secure funds for the project and securing the support of leadership on both sides, company and Jefferson. Companies fail most frequently because they were short on budget or experienced challenges at the leadership support. So what is Jefferson looking for? Here's a list of the areas we are looking for collaborations and collaborators from your company. You can find opportunities for collaboration in the following categories. First, neurosciences, brain-computer interface, epilepsy, Parkinson and movement disorders, and multiple sclerosis. In the medical subspecialties and specialties, we're listing here among few: cardiovascular, ophthalmology, perioperative care, surgery, and rehabilitation. In digital health, information technology, clinical decision support, telehealth and remote patient monitoring, chronic diseases, prevention, diagnosis, and treatment, and rehabilitation. We have a very strong rehabilitation system. In medical devices like testing, machine learning, and AI algorithms. We are happy to share resources listed here under the in-kind title. For example, we are offering assistance in developing clinical trial protocols. And in our 32 hospitals, we can identify large population of patients for testing your innovative technology. For example, the Department of Neurology is caring for more than 3,000 patients with multiple sclerosis. On the potential cost side, here are a few potential expenses that our teams will add to the cost of the project, administrative costs like IRB, what you call in Israel Vadat Helsinki, per patient costs in clinical trials, time and effort of our personnel engaged in collaboration project, and facilities fees. So in conclusion, we are wishing you all success. We're happy to answer your questions and wishing only good news. מאחל שהחטופים יחזרו במהרה, בהצלחה, תודה רבה, thank you.
Amen. Thank you, Zvika. And thank you to all of our partners for your insightful presentation, valuable partnerships, and for your ongoing support in advancing innovation in healthcare. We will now hear from Dr. Hani Rothman, Deputy Head of the Life Science Division at the Innovation Authority, who will share with you tips on how to establish effective and successful collaborations with health institutions.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Hani Rothman from the Technological Division at the IIA. The Technological Division is responsible for evaluating the applications for funding. Your first step in this program is the EOI. The EOI is the expression of interest. It's a form which is very short, only 4 pages questionnaire. The purpose of the EOI is to assist in finding the best matches between company and pilot sites, meaning a pilot site that meets the company's requirement and a pilot site that may have interest in a specific product that you are developing. In addition, the EOI is used to make sure that the product is ready for piloting and that the company is capable to carry out the pilot program. When you fill the questionnaire, please make sure that you clearly introduce yourself, who you are and what is your product. Describe your value proposition. Please make sure and remember that this may vary between different potential customers and markets. So make sure you describe the value proposition for your potential partner. In the same way, fill all the information in the questionnaire, and it will help both sides in the coordination of expectations. Some of you will pass the pitch day and receive contact information from the health institution. Keep contact with your contact person, respect their time. You have a short time to prepare the full application, so make sure you're ready to start working on it at once. Schedule meetings and define the plan together. Make sure each side understands its responsibilities in this pilot. Make sure to include the budget, in the budget all the resources that you require for the pilot and their cost. Make sure you both agree on the expected output of the pilot. Don't forget to submit the application on time. Participate together in the evaluation meeting with the IIA evaluator. After this meeting takes place, after you submit your proposal, the full application, you will meet with the evaluator, and it is very important that also the healthcare institution partner is participating in this meeting. I will also say a few words on the evaluation criteria by the IIA. There are several criteria which are looked by the IIA. All this information can be found on the IIA website. Make sure that you are familiar with them and that you address each and every one of them in the application, and also describe them and explain them in the meeting with the evaluator. I hope you have a successful pilot. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Hani. Now I would like to welcome Inbal Spielberg, our representative from the Growth Division, will provide practical advice on how to submit applications for the program. Please, Inbal.
תודה רבה, אודליה. החלק שלי יהיה בעברית. רק דקה תגידו לי שאתם רואים את המצגת כמו שצריך. רואים?
עכשיו רואים.
אוקיי, מעולה. אז שלום לכולם, אני ענבל, רפרנטית קליטה במחלקת קליטה של חטיבת התפעול של רשות החדשנות. אני הולכת בעצם לדבר איתכם פחות על מהות הקול הקורא, אלא יותר על ההיבטים הטכניים של כיצד מבצעים את ההגשה. ואני אחלק את ההסבר שלי לשני שלבים, מכיוון שהקול הקורא עצמו מחולק לשני שלבים, ואני מקווה שבסוף המצגת הכל יהיה ברור, וכמובן שאם יש שאלות, יש לכם את ה-Q&A. אז למי בעצם מיועד המסלול? המסלול מיועד לחברות ישראליות שמפתחות מוצר בתחום הבריאות. מבחינת הכנת הבקשה, הייתי ממליצה לעשות איזשהו צילום מסך לתאריכים שאתם רואים פה. שלב א' הוא השלב הראשוני, הוא פתוח כרגע להגשה, וניתן להגיש עד ה-24 באפריל בשעה 12 בצהריים בדיוק. זאת אומרת, בקשות שישלחו לאחר המועד הזה, לצערי לא נוכל לקבל. ולכן ההמלצה שלנו תמיד בכל מועד הגשה, היא להכין את הבקשה מספר ימים מראש, ולא לחכות ליום ההגשה האחרון, מרפי, כל מיני תקלות טכניות שיכולות לקרות, ולכן תרשמו לעצמכם שהמועד האחרון להגשה הוא באמת ה-24 לאפריל בשעה 12 בצהריים. שלב ב' כרגע סגור להגשה, בכל מקרה תרשמו לעצמכם שהוא מסתיים ב-29 ביולי, גם כן בשעה 12 בצהריים, כמובן שכשהוא ייפתח להגשה ויהיה זמין תקבלו על כך עדכון. בטרם כתיבת הבקשה כמה דברים שאנחנו ממליצים לקרוא. אז קודם כל את דף המסלול ואת דף הקול הקורא שנמצא באתר של רשות החדשנות, את התיאור של הקול הקורא, מה נדרש מכם, מה הם הנהלים, תנאי סף, נהלי רשות החדשנות שעוד מעט אפרט עליהם, ונהלי המסלול עצמו. אז מבחינת נהלי רשות החדשנות, אנו ממליצים בחום לקרוא את נוהל 201, נוהל 202, שמסבירים גם על תהליך הגשת הבקשה, גם על תהליך של ניהול הכספים והגשת דוחות ביצוע. חשוב להעמיק בנהלים האלה לפני שמגישים בקשה, כדי לראות שאתם באמת עומדים בתנאים של להגיש בקשה לקול הקורא. מבחינת גישים, אז חשוב לדעת שאתם עומדים בתנאי הסף של הקול הקורא. בשלב א' זה בהתאם לנוהל הבינלאומי, ובשלב ב' זה בהתאם למסלול מספר 1 והנוהל הבינלאומי. כמובן ששני המסלולים האלה קיימים בדף הקול הקורא, ואתם יכולים להיכנס אליהם גם עכשיו ולעיין בהם. חשוב למלא את הבקשה לצד קריאת הנהלים, למלא את כל הנתונים וכל השדות. אני עוד מעט אסביר בדיוק, אתם תראו שיש אופן הגשה מקוון ביחד עם תפסים שמצרפים. וחשוב לראות, זה יותר רלוונטי לשלב ב' של ההגשה, שכל הנתונים זהים במהלך ההגשה. זאת אומרת, אם אני מבקשת תקציב מסוים, זה התקציב שצריך להופיע בכל התפסים, אותו דבר לגבי תקופת ביצוע וכדומה. אז מבחינת האזור האישי, מי מכם שזאת לא הגשה ראשונה שלו לרשות החדשנות בטוח מזהה, וגם מי שלא, התהליך הוא באמת פשוט. אתם נכנסים דרך אתר רשות החדשנות לאזור האישי. אם זו פעם ראשונה ניתן להירשם עם שם משתמש וסיסמה, אם זו לא פעם ראשונה אז כבר קיים לכם היוזר. לאחר מכן אתם תתבקשו לפתוח בקשת מו"פ חדשה. המסך שאתם רואים פה נועד כדי בעצם לעזור לכם לסווג את הבקשה שלכם לקול הקורא הרלוונטי לכם. אז אתם מסווגים את עצמכם, תאגיד בע"מ, ובוחרים את המסלול, מה שנמצא בתוך המלבן הצהוב הממורקר, תוכניות הרצה פיילוטים עם גופים בינלאומיים נבחרים /בילטרלי. אחרי שתבחרו את המסלול הזה, תקפוץ לכם חלונית עם כל מיני קולות קוראים. הקול קורא הרלוונטי אליכם שאותו אתם צריכים לבחור הוא מה שנמצא במלבן אדום, אפשר לעשות צילום מסך, בינלאומי קול קורא בריאות שלב א' שמסתיים כמו שציינתי ב-24 לאפריל, ולאחר שאתם מסמנים אותו אתם עושים אישור. אז אחר כך אתם תראו שנפתח לכם טופס מקוון ברחב, אתם תצטרכו למלא שם את נושא התוכנית ואת שם החברה וכל הפרטים האלו. בשלב א', הטופס שחשוב לשים עליו דגש זה באמת טופס ה-EOI, זה מסמך חובה. תקפידו בבקשה על מנת שלבודקים יהיה קל לבצע בדיקה מקצועית, למלא את כל סעיפי הטופס ולא לפספס אף אחד. בשלב א', האקסל הוא מסמך טכני בלבד. אם תנסו לבצע הגשה של הטופס המקוון ללא אקסל מצורף, הוא גם יכול להיות ריק. אתם בשלב הזה לא מצרפים אקסל עם תקציב ועם כל התוכנית, אוקיי? זה צריך להיות אקסל ריק. אם תנסו להגיש בלי האקסל, המערכת תשלח אתכם אחורה ותרשום לכם שחסר לכם שדה חובה. ולכן שימו לב שבשלב א' אתם נדרשים לצרף אקסל, אין צורך למלא אקסל מלא, זה גם לא צריך להיות אקסל בפורמט הרשות, אלא אקסל ריק. תעודת התאגדות זה מסמך שאתם נדרשים לצרף אם זאת הגשה ראשונה שלכם לרשות החדשנות, וטופס ריכוז משאבים זה טופס שאתם נדרשים לצרף רק אם יש לכם עוד בקשה כבר שהגשתם לרשות החדשנות והיא מתבצעת בתקופת ביצוע חופפת לבקשה שאתם מגישים כעת. בשלב ב' יש לכם קצת יותר טפסים לצרף. כמובן שהכל יופיע מסודר בדף של הקול הקורא באופן מפורט, וכמובן כמו שאודליה ציינה הוובינר הזה מוקלט. אבל חשוב לדעת שבשלב ב' אתם תצטרכו לצרף את טופס ההגשה הייעודי, שזה למעשה טופס רלוונטי לפיילוטים, תקציב בקשה בפורמט הרשות שאתם בו תצטרכו למלא את התקציב המבוקש, מכתב הצהרת כוונות, LOI, זיכרון דברים, כל הסכם שבעצם מסביר את הפעילות שלכם עם השותף, תעודת התאגדות נגענו וטופס ריכוז משאבים. אז דגשים לתקופת הביצוע והתקציב המבוקשים. מהי תקופת ביצוע? זאת למעשה מסגרת הזמן שבה מתבצעת הפעילות המאושרת ובה הרשות תכיר בהוצאות עבור התוכנית המאושרת. על המבקש להגדיר את תקופת הביצוע המבוקשת בעת הגשת הבקשה. כלומר, אתם צריכים כבר להגדיר מהי תקופת הביצוע בה אתם הולכים לפעול ברגע של הגשת הבקשה. דגש חשוב, תקופת הביצוע יכולה להתחיל לכל המוקדם מחודש הגשת הבקשה המלאה והתקינה. זאת אומרת, לדוגמה, עכשיו, אם הקול הקורא של שלב ב' היה פתוח עכשיו, לא הייתם יכולים להגיש בקשה עם תקופת ביצוע לחודש פברואר, אלא החל ממרץ ואילך. אז באמת במסלול הזה, בקול הקורא הזה, תקופת ביצוע היא עד 24 חודשים, אין לחרוג מתקופת ביצוע זו, וחשוב לדעת שהתקופת ביצוע צריכה להיות מתואמת עם השותף בחו"ל. דגשים לתקציב, אז אין איזושהי הגבלת גובה תקציב מבוקש, שיעור המענק המאושר יהיה בין 20 ל-50% מהתקציב המבוקש, וחשוב לדעת שהתקציב הוא בסך הכל התקציב המתוכנן לביצוע התוכנית, כולל מאצ'ין ומימון משלים. אני נוגעת במימון משלים, ממש מה שנקרא פותחת סוגריים, אפשר להרחיב על זה עוד באתר של הרשות, יש לכם שם מידע שאני גם עוד מעט אכווין אתכם למצוא, אבל בגדול, מימון משלים הוא למעשה מימון לתוכנית מאושרת שניתן על ידי מגיש הבקשה או על ידי גורם מממן אחר, שאינו ממשלתי או רשות החדשנות, במישרין או בעקיפין, והוא למעשה משלים את המענק להיקף של 100% מהתקציב המאושר. הוא יכול להגיע מהמקורות הבאים, או משקיע חיצוני, או חשבון בנק, או הלוואות מגורמים חיצוניים, וחשוב להיות בעלי יכולת להראות מימון משלים כבר מעת הגשת הבקשה. אז מה קורה לאחר הגשת הבקשה בשלב א', אוקיי? תזכרו שאני עושה לכם פה חלוקה, כי הקול הקורא הזה מתבצע בשני שלבים. שלב א' שמסתיים ב-24 לאפריל, לאחר שתגישו את הבקשה, היא תעבור איזושהי בדיקה מקצועית, יהיה תהליך של סינון הבקשות, ותקבלו זימון לפיץ' דיי, שזה הזמן, כמו שנגעו השותפים בוובינר, להצגת פעילות החברה. מה שקורה לאחר שלב ב', שזאת הבקשה המלאה שאתם מגישים כבר עם תקופת ביצוע סדורה ותקציב, פה הבקשה עוברת באמת בדיקה ראשונית של מחלקת קליטת בקשות. אם היא לא תהיה תקינה ותידרש בהשלמות, תיקונים, כל הדברים הללו, אתם תקבלו מייל מפורט, מה נדרש מכם לתקן וחלון זמנים לביצוע התיקון. גם פה אני רגע פותחת סוגריים חשובים. כשלעיתים חברות מחכות עד למועד ההגשה עצמו ומגישות בקשה, קורה או שיש חוסרים מסוימים או שיש הרבה השלמות שנדרשות, ואתם מקבלים טווח זמן של 2 ימי עסקים לביצוע התיקונים. היומיים האלה הם קריטיים, כי זה היומיים בהם אתם יכולים להגיש את התיקון חזרה, וחשוב שלא תפספסו מועד בגלל שלא ביצעתם תיקון מסוים. ולכן אני חוזרת להמלצה שלי כבר בשקף הראשון, לדאוג להכין את הבקשה כמה שיותר זמן לפני שמסתיים מועד ההגשה, כדי שגם אם תקבלו תיקונים, זה יהיה עד מועד ההגשה ולא יומיים. לאחר מכן הבקשה שלכם עוברת לבדיקה מקצועית, יהיה לכם מפגש עם צוות הבדיקה בזום או באופן פיזי, באמת גיבוש של חוות הדעת על ידי הבודקים המקצועיים, יהיה דיון בבקשה שלכם בוועדת המחקר, ולאחר מכן תקבלו תשובה בנוגע להחלטת הוועדה. ומה שקורה לאחר אישור הוועדה, אם התקבלתם אז ברכותיי, על מנת לקבל מקדמה ולהתחיל במימוש המענק צריך להפעיל את התיק. הפעלת התיק נעשית עם השלבים הבאים. קודם כל, עמידה בתנאים מקדמיים, וזה בהנחה ונקבעו כאלה בוועדה. השלב השני הוא חתימה על מסמכי הפעלה, לאחר מכן תהליך של חתימת כתב התחייבויות וכתב אישור, ולבסוף כניסת האישור לתוקף, מקדמה, קבלת מקדמה ותחילת ביצוע. עוד צילום מסך שאני ממליצה לעשות, פשוט כל מה שאני אומרת פה זה באמת טיפים טכניים שמאוד מקלים עליכם בעת הגשת הבקשה. יש לכם באתר של רשות החדשנות, סרגל למעלה, מרקרתי לכם את מידע שימושי. במידע שימושי אתם יכולים למצוא גם שאלות נפוצות, שזה כנראה שאלות שאתם כבר עכשיו צפות לכם ואתם רוצים לקבל עליהן תשובות, שאלות שכבר נשאלו בעבר והן נמצאות שם במאגר של שאלות נפוצות ביחד עם תשובות מפורטות, וגם מדריך למשתמש. המדריך למשתמש מתחלק להרבה מדריכים, יש לכם מדריך להגשת בקשת מופ ומדריך איך לגשת לאזור האישי, והכל באמת מונגש ככה שיהיה לכם כמה שיותר נוח לבצע הגשה של בקשה. תעזרו בזה, כמובן שמלבד זה אנחנו פה זמינים ויש לנו מערך שירות לקוחות שאני כבר אגע בזה, אבל הכל קיים באתר ונתון לכם לעיון כבר עכשיו. זה המדריכים שנגעתי בהם, ממש לאחרונה הופק מדריך להגשת בקשת השקעה למופ, אז מומלץ להסתכל. זהו, פרטי קשר. יש לנו את מערך שירות הלקוחות שלנו שהוא פעיל גם במייל, גם באופן טלפוני, גם בוואטסאפ. מבחינת שאלות על שותפים, אז באמת פה המייל של אודליה, כמו שאתם יודעים, הוא גם נמצא לכם בדף הקול הקורא. כל מה שנוגע לתהליך של גלגולה של בקשה וטפסים, יש לכם פה את מייל קליטה. בהצלחה רבה לכולם. תזכרו ששלב א' מסתיים ב-24 לאפריל בשעה 12 בצהריים, ואנחנו ממש ממליצים להכין את הבקשה כמה שיותר זמן מראש על מנת שלא לפספס הגשה בגלל תקלות טכניות. זהו, בהצלחה לכולם ותודה.
Thank you, Inbal. Now we open the floor for questions. We already answered some of them during the webinar. But if you have questions, specific questions for the partners, Hani, Inbal, or myself, we will read the relevant ones and our panelists will address them. So one question that that came back a lot is regarding the contact with the partners. So you can find the contact details of each partner that was here in the webinar in the guidelines of the call for proposal, and you can contact them directly. And of course, you can contact us, and then we will do the introduction. But you can totally contact them directly. Another question that came that I saw a lot is regarding the fact if you can apply to more than just one partner. So the answer is yes, you can answer to as many partners as you would like to. The first step is to submit the expression of interest. And then after the first selection, the selected companies will be invited to a pitch day in which they will have meetings with the partners. Inbal, would you like to say a few words about regarding the royalties and what needs to be included in the budgets?
ככה, אז מבחינת מה שנכלל, אתם תראו את זה מופיע בתיאור הקול הקורא כשהוא ייפתח. אפשר לעיין כבר עכשיו בדף המסלול, שיש לכם אליו קישור דרך דף הקול הקורא. אני גם יכולה להקפיץ רגע קישור ב-Q&A, זאת שאלה ב-Q&A או שזאת שאלה שאת רואה שמישהו שאל, אודליה?
זו שאלה שראיתי שחזרה עליה הרבה פעמים.
אז בגדול, מה שמבחינתכם נחשב חלק מהתוכנית, כמובן, שבהתאם למה שהמסלול מכיר בו, הוצאות מוכרות, ופה אני מפנה אתכם לנוהל 202, יש שם סעיף שלם על כל מה שנחשב הוצאות מוכרות, ומה שאתם יכולים להכניס בתוך תקציב הבקשה. חשוב לעיין היטב בסעיפים, בתתי סעיפים, ולהבין מה אפשר שייכלל בתקציב הבקשה.
Well, now I have a question for Jefferson Hospital. You mentioned that you are interested in collaboration in the field of rehabilitation. Could you please specify there are specific topic or pathologies that you are interested in? And before you answer, I will mention that the specific fields of interest and the specific kind of support that the partners can provide appears in the guidelines of each partner.
Can you address the
לא
question?
שמעתי את השאלה. עוד פעם בבקשה?
You mentioned that you are interested in collaboration in the field of rehabilitation.
And
Could
there
you
was a
please specify there are specific topics that you are interested in?
The answer is all of them. So there's no, you know, some areas of rehabilitation are inpatient, some are outpatient, some are, you know, computer-brain interface, some are more peripheral, some are stroke, you know, some are post-stroke. So the short answer is we're interested in all of them. What Dr. Grunwald, what Professor Grunwald will do is be a shadchan and match based on the area of interest of the company, who's the appropriate expert across our enormous hospital system to help facilitate the best application possible.
Someone asked about mental health, if this is a topic that interests one of the partners.
I wouldn't exclude it. For example, Jefferson has a very strong psychiatric department with innovative approach. So it's part of the diseases that are handled in high level at Jefferson. So at least for us, mental health is, but again, can be explained what's new, what the innovation is about, what specific unmet need the solution provides. But again, we are open also to, in this area, to proposals.
We have a few more minutes for questions. If you have specific questions for the partner, this is the time.
אודליה, אני יכולה להתייחס לשאלה שראיתי שקצת חוזרת? הרבה מכם שאלתם אם אני מגיש עכשיו במסלול תנופה, אם אני יכול להגיש גם לקול הקורא הזה. אני חושבת שראיתי גם איזושהי שאלה על עוד הגשה למסלול. אז ברמת העיקרון אפשר להגיש כמה בקשות לתמיכה על הרשות, כל עוד לא מדובר באותו נושא של בקשה, באותה תוכנית מחקר ופיתוח, שאז זה אומר שבאמת יהיה כפל מימון. זאת אומרת, הגשה של אותו נושא גם פה בקול הקורא שעכשיו דיברנו עליו וגם במסלולים האחרים. שימו לב לזה, גם עניתי למישהו ממש את התשובה, המלל הכי ברור. ניתן להגיש מספר בקשות תמיכה באותה שנה קלנדרית רק במידה ולא מדובר באותו תוכנית מחקר ופיתוח, כלומר אין חפיפה בין משימות ואו משרות של אותו אדם. אוקיי? והכל גם מופיע באמת מפורט באתר, אז שימו לב לזה שזה כן אפשרי, כל עוד לא מדובר באותו נושא של בקשה.
Odela, may I ask or clarify for some point that I saw in the question and answers?
Yeah.
So I mentioned, I saw two kind of question regarding collaboration outside the US, I'm in Europe. And I noticed that Chen, I think she's answer, maybe I'm wrong with the name, that it's just this plan, this pathway is just for US. So from our side as Takeda, just to mention, of course, we will follow up your guidance. The collaboration, of course, can be also with the EU countries, because we are also working as Takeda, and also Takeda Israel is reporting to Europe. So for our perspective, it is open if it can meet your guidance. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna. Anna, someone asked if you are looking for medical devices.
For what? Sorry, can you repeat?
For medical devices.
No, no, thanks. We are really focused in the area of psoriasis. This is the therapeutic area we would like to collaborate on. Thank you.
So
Barry, sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you know, some of the questions that come up a couple of times is, should they find the subject matter expert first within the institution, or should they reach out to the various designated heads who are helping facilitate in the respective hospitals and healthcare systems and at Takeda? The answer is, at least for Jefferson, you could do both, but I think the smarter approach is to go directly to Zvi. Zvi has at least for our place, he has a encyclopedic knowledge of the system. And but if you happen to know a subject matter expert, key opinion leader in a particular department, then simultaneously reach out to both Zvi and that SME KOL.
Just a comment. Thank you, Adam. If you approach to a subject matter expert in a specific department, please CC me. It will help if I'm connected, and because sometimes you reach kind of an impasse, and I may be able to help if I'm connected, both on this side of the ocean or on the Israeli side.
Thank you, Adam and Zvika. Barry, sorry.
Yeah, I want to say the same thing. It's important to, just because we're a large, complex healthcare system with multiple potential subject matter experts as well as partners, similar to Thomas Jefferson, it's important to go through at least our innovation portal. And I'll put that in the link for folks. But please, if you do that, it's a very coordinated, efficient process. If not, it becomes really difficult to track and to move along.
Thank you, Barry. A lot of participants ask if you could share with them the presentation that you share with us today.
Sure, I will. I'm just going to put this in the link over here, the chat. Not sure, does everybody get that?
You can send it to me and then I will share it with the participants.
All right, good.
Okay, so I would like to thank everyone. Thank you, Barry, Zvika, Anna, Jeff, Adam, for your collaboration, your time, and for your commitment to strengthening the Israeli ecosystem. Thank you to my colleagues from the Israel Innovation Authority for your support. And thank you everyone. Thank you all for joining the webinar. Don't forget that you can submit your expression of interest, the EOI, until the 24th of April. And we are available at the following email addresses. If you need any additional information, we would be very happy to help and to assist. In a few days, you will have the record of the webinar on our YouTube channel. Thank you, everyone.